you're always in high spirits. Look at any sort of language and the words that they use. You will always find that they're quite limited. No one would say, oh, I'm in high spirits, whatever comes in your life. To give you like another example of keeping high spirits, you all heard of the Saki, the story of those women who were captured in Mir Manu's prison, and they were tortured, and their kids were sort of cut up, chopped. Have you heard of that little story? It's like, yeah, you heard that, yeah? But for those of you who haven't, just briefly, these group of Sikh women were captured and were held captive, and they were like on a routine, daily basis. They were tortured, they were raped, they were humiliated. Their kids, their babies were killed, cut up into little pieces, and then put around their necks, just to kind of break these people. I talk about being in high spirit, being in Chardi Kala, because you hear that term, the word Chardi Kala always, but there's very few people who actually live that way, and those women did. They were given the option to convert and to become Muslim, but those Bibiyan refused. Nothing you could throw at them could faze them. They said, "No, I'm a daughter of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and that's how I'm going to die. You can do whatever you like to me, to my kids, whoever, and that doesn't matter. Guru Gobind Singh Ji is my father, I'm his daughter, and that's how I'm going to leave this world. And nothing you can do to me or to my kids will ever change that." Those women had all that done to them, but they never stopped being part. Never lost their faith. Now, those are testing times, right? We all talk about being positive, but when the time comes, when you have to stay positive, that's when it really counts. It's all right for me if I've got a nice job, I've got a nice house, and my life's brilliant, and it's easy for me to say, yeah, I'm jumping to that, but when it gets tough to that extreme, and then to turn around and then still carry on doing your nitty part. Let me tell you this. Sometimes stuff doesn't go your way, or you kind of a bit down sometimes, and then it's really hard for you to actually do your nitty, do your part. Like you have to kind of force yourself to even do the part that you're supposed to do every day. It gets tough, and that's like little minor things in your life, right? But these women, right, they had all these things going on in their lives. They never stopped doing their part. And then in the evening, they were doing ardas, like how after the part you do ardas. Now this is taking Chandika to the next level, right? These women stood there. These women probably just been raped, right? Just been tortured, and then they stand there. They do their part and they do the ardas. And in the ardas, they talk you to Guru Maharaj. They talk you to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Pasha Maharaj. What would someone like me say? Stuff like that going on in your life. You'd be like, Maharaj, come on, what's going on? We've been part all day. Where are you? You're supposed to help me out here, right? I'm doing what you asked me to. Then what's going on? But when these women were doing ardas, this is what the ardas they were saying, and this is what they were saying to Guru Maharaj. They were saying to Guru Maharaj that with your blessing, we had a wonderful day. It was an amazing day. The day couldn't have been better. But it was with your blessing. And now the night has come. Guru Maharaj, keep the kirpa on us and make sure our night was just as blissful as it was in the morning. So what were they talking about? How the hell can they stand there and say that? Those women are of a different caliber altogether. And that's the reason our Panth, right, our religion survived, because of the mothers of our Panth. It's kind of unfortunate that we have lost that spirit within our women, within our mothers, that we used to have then. Those were strong women. These days you can kind of work out, you know, how far we've come. Those mothers were the reason why I'm able to stand here today and you are able to sit there and we are able to do this talk. We're going to have a kirtan and talk about Guru Maharaj and Guru Maharaj's life because of those women. Because they were always in Chardi Kala, always high spirits. They never saw anything, you couldn't do anything to them which would make them doubt Guru Gobind Singh Basha Maharaj and say, look, hang on, maybe this is not working out for me. Maybe, you know, if I do what they're telling me to do, then, you know, maybe this will stop, this will go away, let's do that instead. But no, their reply always, all the time was, and then those people who used to do these things to them used to listen to these women talk. And they used to be amazed that, hang on, after what we've thrown at them, and that's what they're saying, that Maharaj, with your blessing, it was a wonderful day. How the hell can they call that a wonderful day? Because their mindset, their mind was somewhere else, and their mind was in Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj's charan, always with Guru, always with Guru. Because when you're with Guru, then there's no sadness, no sorrow in your life. When you are away from Guru, that's when those things will start to affect you. Because for a human being, humans have a limit you can force them to. They have, after that limit, they will crack. And it doesn't take that long, right? But those people, those spirits, those souls were amazing. It's because they had that Jagdikala about them, the high spirits about them. And those women never gave up their faith. Where do they get that lesson from? They get that lesson from their Guru. Going back to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pasha Maharaj, when he sat, when he was tortured, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pasha Maharaj was tortured, and he was tied up in a desert outside in the heat for days, being tortured for days, and then finally, when he had to sit on the tatti tavi, the hot plate, and there's fire burning underneath, and this is like Guru Maharaj now, he goes and sits on the tatti tavi after all those things have been done to him. He sits there and he starts talking to God. Now, what would your conversation be if at that point in your life you're talking to God? You're saying to God, God, then you've been in all my life, done what you asked me, I respect the message that you wanted me to spread, and this is what I have to go through now. You know, you can, you know, feel free to come in at any point and, you know, sort of sort this out. Yeah? But he was talking to God, but he wasn't saying that. He was saying something else. And what he said is recorded in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and many Gursikhs read that on a daily basis. What Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pasha Maharaj said was, he sat on the tatti tavi, taking all that torture and heat, and he knew that the time has come for him to leave. What he says to God is, Tera kiya mitha laga. Because Guru Maharaj, whatever you do, your will is just amazing. Your will is just so sweet and satisfying. What else can I ask for? Your will is just too much. Whatever you do, there's not a hint of complaint there going, you know, what's going on here? So at that point in their life, Guru Maharaj set the example for us to kind of follow. So Guru Maharaj didn't say to us that you should be positive in your life, wherever you sit, in whatever is going on in your life, just be positive, right? Because you hear many people talk about it, like, you know, you get DVDs these days, you know, people buy, trying to turn their life around. You get a lot of that in America, you know, all these people, they like sell you this stuff. They say, yeah, you know, sort of, are you a loser? Don't worry about it. You know, you've got nothing going in your life. You know, don't kill yourself just yet, right? Buy this wonderful DVD, turn your life around, you'll be a millionaire, you'll be successful, this, that, and the other. You know, and people are making a lot of money out of this, right? But Guru Maharaj talks about